This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Would you say there's a difference between being in like a polyamorous relationship and then being an open couple?
Yes. Very different things.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say Google calendars definitely look different between the two of them also. Because polyamory, I feel like, would be like color coded and would be like, there would be like a reference
Like
index.
meticulously organized.
Yeah.
We're dating. Hi guys.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Welcome to We're Dating.
We're dating with Rachel
And Alejandro. And today we've got our esteemed guest with us, Mr. Birthday Boy himself. It's Thomas Cryer, everybody. Woo!
Hey, happy to be here.
Yay! Happy to have you.
Happy to be 40.
That's a good age. It's round.
It's a nice round age. It's an
very
even number.
Yeah.
You look great.
Thank you.
I will every time. It's like not fair. I feel like when you post like gym thirst selfies, I'm like, he's just bragging now.
Oh,
Isn't that the point? Isn't that?
It is exactly
That's
the
what
point,
we're-
but I'm just mad that you're gay.
I will say.
And I have to look at it and know I can never have it.
I get that a lot. No, the reactions for when I post a thirst trap are a wide range. So I get people that are like, this is so motivational to like tongue out.
Yeah.
Like it's it's a wide range. So sometimes when I'm second guessing if I want to post something, I'm like, well, I'm gonna post it for the person who is wants the motivation.
Aw.
That's very
I like
selfless of
that.
you.
But I'm still noticing who's like tongue out.
All right.
put
Well,
it on the
speaking of bodies, right? We were talking about our little icebreaker for today and what we would do plastic surgery wise for funsies, just wild for funsies,
Yeah.
not an actual insecurity, just just some for a good time. Somebody
Yeah.
handed you $1 million and said you can only use it for plastic surgery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this because I don't know. I just would imagine for funsies, like what would I look like with a BBL? Like, a little bit of something in the back.
Would you
Okay.
go for like volume at the bottom or volume at the top?
Definitely like I want side booty from
Yeah.
like all angles. Like,
Ooh, okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely from the bottom more.
Because if I would want a lift part, but I wouldn't necessarily need more. Like I got enough. But BBL, there's a fun one. Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd go.
And I'd go all out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You
Oh,
would
yeah.
all million on that.
Oh yeah, make it perfect.
You would have to get so many new pairs of pants
Ooh.
to fit it,
Oh, that's true.
to fit that
I almost
thumper.
want to ask you
You make
to
it.
get
You
up.
put it in your budget.
Ooh, yeah, you can make a deal. Like, listen, I'll spend like 700,000 on the butt lift, but you can have 300,000 for the new wardrobe.
Yeah,
You would have to learn how to twerk too. You wouldn't.
Can you?
I would invest in learning.
Yeah. If you're gonna have a BBL, you
Yeah.
gotta know how to move it around.
Yeah. And if you don't know it by the first 10 people asking you to do it with after getting it done.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll learn.
Does a BBL move on its own, or is it like a hard? Is it like in place?
I guess it depends on where you get it. You know, I'd say some of the
Honestly-
less reputable BBLs I've seen on the internet, they don't move.
The mind butt connection, super important.
Right. It's called Ed's Hot Tail. I think I would go. I wouldn't get gigantic boobs. Oh, but
Mhm.
actually, I would. I'd get some nice D's. I'd get some
Okay.
D's.
All right.
I'd go for like a tasteful D, or alternatively, this isn't plastic surgery, but I would get my thighs done. I would get rid of any cellulite or
Okay.
jigglage. I'm a jiggly person.
Mm,
No matter how much weight I lose, I jiggle.
that's hot.
Yeah,
I'm
I
coming
like
to
a little
like it.
jiggle
Yeah.
for sure.
There's certain music that makes me appreciate it more than others. I don't mean to call out early 2000s white lady emo music so hard, but that made me really self-conscious. And then Cardi B released WAP, and I was like, oh, this works for my body. I started jiggling a lot more, baby. But yeah, give me some big ass titties.
Yeah, big
Hell
ass
yeah.
titties, tiggle bitties. Get into it. All right, we got
support
big old boobies. We got a big old butt.
You'd have to have a boob party for sure.
boob party?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the titty cake. Was there a titty cake at your
Yes.
mom's boob party?
Yes.
Yep.
Cute.
Yes.
Cute.
Yeah, I would do multiple cupcakes in different boob colors to be
Oh,
inclusive, because it's
I
all about
love.
hue. Hue is important when we're talking about nipples.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's some ladies that are like pale ladies but
Mhm.
brown nipples.
Yeah, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
My cousin, I miss it. Oh my god, I just found out that my cousin listens to this,
Oh yeah.
and I have anyway, but
You're like, and I don't want to dig this hole any deeper.
I don't want to drink this because it's about his sister, but his
Okay.
sister.
You
So
would just call
shot-
anybody out on this podcast. This guy I dated in DC, real asshole. Anyway, his name was Jim, and he listens.
I name names. Anyway, I don't know what her nipples look like before kids, but after kids, dark.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got chewed up.
Yeah, they got chewed off. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate this either. But okay. And then I have a follow-up question after you answer. What would you do?
Okay, I would do not just like, oh, you think Alejandro he's bald, he wants like hair. I do. And I would do that, right? But I would get the whole body hair correction, not just like a hair transplant on top,
Ooh.
because none of the hair on my body is cooperating with me. It's not just that it fell out up here and I can't have a hairdo. It's also that my knuckles have fucking bangs. It's ridiculous. My butt crack is out of control. My ears are stupid. My feet, like, forget about it. I can't even have sex in a position where I have to look at my own feet. It's like, we need to fix just where my eyebrows are like there, but not, it just all needs an overhaul. Full overhaul. And I also want the titty hair that like is like nice and bushy, like a lumberjack up here.
What do
with
you-
like a couple beep, 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 up here, like that shows out of the top of your shirt, so you look like a sexy coach.
Yeah.
And then goes into the perfect trail down here. But that I have like a right titty full of hair, left titty, just a nipple. The trail is all fucking wonky. I got hairs going off in weird directions. That's
You're
what
really
I would do. I just
connecting
correct the whole thing.
for Neil. Neil feels really seen right now.
Okay, so talking about body hair specifically and then putting clothes over it is like so fun.
Yeah, you got the tufts. You got the fucking tufts.
It's like fur.
Yeah, you could go full like 4 or 5 gold chains in here, Hawaiian shirt buttoned over here.
Yeah.
You could get really slutty with your shirt. I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair, you're a little slutty right now.
a lace tank top. You're like, you could really get slutty with that.
Yeah, I could take it off.
Imagination on this man.
Okay, so does your package come with a lifetime supply of threading also? like
Yeah, I think so. If we're gonna stretch that budget, yeah, let's do
Hair
the threading as
maintenance.
well. Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
all of hair maintenance.
Oh yeah.
And would you skip the head? Would you just go, I
I'm
fucking like this as is. This stays.
I might. I honestly, there's so many other gripes that I have that are like more. I'm like, whatever. The head looks fine. People who are bald are more are perceived to be more dangerous and a little bit more of a risk to mess with, to tussle with in the streets. So I like something like that makes me look a little tough because
It's like a defense mechanism. You know how there's like those animals that they're just like, it makes them look poisonous because they're really weak and frail.
yeah, I'll
It's
pump
your
myself
fault.
up. Yeah, I'm like a puffer fish.
No, I think I find a bald head sexy. I like your take on hair surgery. You're like, I just want it right.
Yes,
I just want it correct.
But would it okay, so like once it's all said and done and
Uh-huh.
everyone's taken notice, would it piss you off if there was like a rumor mill that was like, did you see how great the hair on Alejandro's arms are.
Wait, like, about a rumor mill was so turned on by it.
Very distressed by that.
I'm just getting objectified left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, it's like Thomas mentioned to me like a few months ago that he that you shave your ears. Sorry for blowing up your spot.
Oh.
But ever since you,
it's okay. They're done.
ever since you shared that with me, now I look at my ears in the mirror in the bathroom to make sure that, because I came home after that conversation. I noticed like a giant black hair growing out of one of the ears here, and I was like, "Oh, that is just, we got to get that the fuck out of here."
Yeah, it's honestly an innocent inference from when I was a kid. We always talk about old men and how hair grows out of their ears. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It happens at some point. Yeah. And so I caught mine early, and so now I just like it's part of like a check.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Good on you for getting after it early. My dad gets his ears waxed.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, no. My dad pays attention a lot to how he looks.
It's in the details.
Yeah, it is really in the details.
Yeah, and when someone's hopefully getting that close to my ear.
Okay, wait, sorry. I hate to pull it back. There's a question I now have for you because this came up about a week ago with a friend of mine, and she thinks it's incest, and I think it's not.
Oh.
So that's where the end is.
Wait, there's a question mark? Ooh. Okay. A question mark like, is this taboo?
Or, yeah. Okay, like... so my cousin's brother-in-law.
Okay, your cousin's brother-in-law.
I was at a Christmas party, went through a breakup, was feeling real sad. He goes outside. I always thought it was really hot. So I follow him outside and we make out for a hot second.
The cousin?
Brother-in-law. Brother-in-law.
Are you the cousin's brother-in-law, right? Okay.
Yes, my cousin's brother-in-law. So it is her husband's brother, not blood related.
Right.
Technically in the family, but no DNA is shared.
So wait, what happened?
Is it incest or is it not incest?
It's taboo, but it's not incest.
Well, it's infidelity on his part, isn't it?
No, it's not her husband. It's her brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Fucked up for me just to get on the pod and just be like, so I made out with my husband. My brother.
This question mark has layers.
See, that's not incest at all. That's the point. That's fun.
It's taboo.
Yeah,
it's kind of sexy.
Yeah, that's something in your circle. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to get a general consensus because my friend is very adamant about this being incest.
Really?
And I think they just want to say that I've done incest.
They're jealous.
That's a stretch.
Yeah. Thank you. I think it's a stretch too.
Yeah.
And I will say, was it illegal? Yes, because he was 17. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Cancel.
No, I'm kidding. He was 21 and I was 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I've had first cousins that I was like, we're not going to have flipper babies. We can do whatever.
That's one of my hottest opinions. I think that if you are not doing it to procreate, I'm not gonna judge you for it. All right, we got off topic.
Okay, yeah, that was not our theme.
Well,
we're like, maybe we'll get monetized one day.
Family friendly.
We are zesty and incesty on this podcast.
Can we cut this part, maybe? We might have to.
Today's episode, dating your stepbrother.
Dating your stepbrother. No, this episode's just about being over 30.
No, is that what we picked? No, we decided on.
Wait, open relationships.
Open relationships, open arrangements. Ooh, openness. Yes.
Yeah.
So, has anybody here recently been themselves? Excuse me. Come. Has anybody been recently themselves part of an open relationship or an open arrangement or open dating?
Well, describe part. What does that mean? Are you like...
That means that you're like the primary partner.
Oh, the primary. Okay.
Yes. Like it's your partner, or you're dating somebody and you're just still dating other people. We can include that as well.
I'm currently, I'm seeing people, but I've never been the primary person in an open relationship.
Okay.
I have been recently and not recently, but also on both ends.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to like being the outsider.
That's the one that's
Yeah.
like a little bit more interesting because there's already this built-in dynamic that you are kind of like entering.
Yeah.
I always thought it would be like kind of hot and sexy to date a couple because I thought I would just be like the good time fun third, right? It would be like you guys are doing the hard work of being in a relationship and I'm just there for the hot sex.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, you're just dealing with twice the bullshit.
Yeah.
Because they don't leave the themselves behind in this, arrangement. They bring all of their bullshit into their relationship that they have and into this three-way thing. It's not as flirty and free and frisky and breezy as I thought it might be.
Most people aren't.
Yeah, I'm not fun and frisky and breezy. So
wait, hold
it's
on.
a shame, really.
Would you say there's a difference between being in like a polyamorous relationship and then being an open couple?
Yes. Very different things.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say Google calendars definitely look different between the two of them also. Because polyamory, I feel like, would be like color coded and would be like, there would be like a reference
Like
index.
Meticulously organized.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like an open relationship, I don't care what your calendar looks like.
Right.
I'm not on it. Like it's very different.
Because I know they have like ground rules. There's like ground rules or
Right.
something.
But
Yeah.
they can change. Like I was friends with this gay married couple, and they were open, but they would always switch up the way that they were open because they were fully dysfunctional. But so like 1 month it would be like, okay, we only do 3-ways with people at the same time. But then like one of them would cheat and then they'd be like, oh, we have to revisit this arrangement so it's not cheating. And then it would be, all right, well, we're allowed to hook up with other people with that's not a 3-way, just on our own, but no kissing. And like they would just like establish these, they draw these like lines in the sand and cross them and then draw a different line in the sand and then cross that.
Yeah.
So things got a little sloppy there.
It's always choose your own adventure. Like you always have to be able to come back to the drawing board and go over how you felt about a rule or you broke that rule or like those details of it. Which for me, one thing about myself is like whether I'm in a relationship or not, I don't bite my tongue when I notice something that's bullshit.
Oh.
So like I'll say it. So like when I was once in an argument with someone I was dating in an open relationship, and he was like, "You're upset about something," and I was like, "Yeah, it's who you fucked on August 3rd."
Boom. Okay.
I'm just very specific. I'm like, since you asked.
And did you then get into it about it or?
Oh, I don't like to get into it.
Oh,
I just
you just dropped the bomb and walk away.
Yeah, you asked. Here's the answer.
Wow. Wait. Valid. You're just like, I'm going to be honest, but I'm also still aloof.
Yeah. You wanted me to play dumb, or you thought I was dumb. So
okay.
That's kind of
boom.
No, but that's the issue I get in with open relationships is because people underestimate what the other person might like care about or know or like, I don't know.
I just know that from what I've heard, open relationships are all about communication. Like I have one friend who is in an open marriage.
Wow.
And their rule is that they can hook up with other people when the other person is out of town. And that's it. Which I'm like, how much do you travel for your work? And all he said was enough. And I was like, okay. And
I like that rule.
Yeah. Which is like, yeah, it's fine. It seems, well, and the shiesty part that reads shiesty to me is I don't want to know about it. So they don't discuss the open aspects of the relationship. They just have like an established rule that they can, it's E&M. It's like ethical non-monogamy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, so you'll never know if she's ever hooked up with anyone else. And he's like, no. And I'm like, and she'll never know if you've never hooked up with anybody else. And he's like, no. I'm like, but you're cool with that? I feel like that is a thing.
If they both are, then their capacity for that information matches.
Yeah.
Well, wait, so you guys have actually both done it. Did you guys have rules that you abided by?
Well, me, not so much because I was dating a guy and he called it an open relationship and that we were like boyfriends. But to me, it was more like we were just dating.
Oh, okay.
We'd like see each other like, I don't know, once to 3 times a week. and we weren't like meeting each other's parents. Things weren't getting very serious. So I'm like, all right, we're dating and we're allowed to date other people. And he was like, no, we're in an open relationship. And I was like, sure.
However you want to dress this up.
Exactly. And then it didn't go. It just didn't go anywhere, and it wasn't going anywhere. So I tried to break things off, and he was like, no, but I like where things are. And I was like, okay, fucking fine. But then it fizzled out completely. And then he ghosted me, and then I was mad. Then I talked to him for a while. I was like, all right, I tried to break this off because I knew it wasn't going anywhere. And then, but you didn't let me, whatever. And so that sometimes I think it's a matter of, you're saying the same words to each other, but you're not communicating the same idea. So we didn't have any rules at all. And I wouldn't have, me personally, I'm not a cuck. I am not a cuck.
Not that there's anything wrong with cocks.
That's totally fine. You're allowed
anybody
to
on the
save
internet
space.
calling me like cuck. He's a cuck. Alejandro's a cuck. I like the idea of like my partner, the person I'm dating, like getting railed. I think it's hot. I love
Sexy.
it. Yeah.
Present or not present?
Both. Yeah. Present, not present. If I'm not present, like I love to hear about it. Show me some photos, give me some video, whatever. Like, but for me, it's not about like the humiliation that like somebody's getting one over on me in the matter of a cuck, which again, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But for me, it's not like a humiliation aspect. It's just like, hey, like I just like the idea of you fucking getting fucked, and I don't have to do anything.
I'm trying to imagine. So wait, what was your open relationship situation? Did you guys have rules?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been in several situations, but my ex-partner and I were open. This is years ago now, but he didn't want to know at all anything.
Okay.
So like one thing that was like easy to set up was that on Thursdays, like we had like a free pass day where we would at the beginning of the week say if we were going to see each other or not, like as like a way to see if the other person had something planned or not with something else.
That feels like head game. Oh, that seemed fun initially, and then you were just like,
yeah. So my thing is, I did start seeing someone else on the side, but it like I don't ever really want to see like a ton of people.
Producer and friend Neil Wood here. Brief commercial break.
Hey, hold right there. Don't dare skip this. This is an important message. Me and my boy Albert Davis, we want to tell you about our podcast, Seriously Dad. Albert, why should they listen?
Because it's the best podcast in the world. It's by two comedians who are dads, and you know what we're talking about? Being dads. It's called Seriously Dad. Check us out on social media at Seriously Dad Podcast and
anywhere you get your podcast. That's where we're at. We're funny. We got some great guests coming our way. We cover the topics you want to hear. Check us out.
Oh my God. I was like, that seems like you got the shit out of both sticks. You had to end it with somebody, and then you also didn't have a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, it was very
That's not
complicated.
fair.
Yeah. So open relationships are complicated.
It's
all
not
the way
fun
around.
and games.
They're tricky. I've like, I don't know if I would call, I've dated people who were open to an open relationship, but we never crossed the boundary. But this would be my dream scenario.
Okay.
I would like an out of town rule. I like the out of town rule. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Whether or not you are out of town and you meet someone, or you're in town and your partner's out of town and you do something. I would like to know. I would like to know for safety too, but I wouldn't want to and I would want it to be open and not polyamorous. The second you start having feelings, because for me, I think that complicates things way more. Because I understand bodies are fucking sick and they're hot and we all want to touch each other all the time. But the idea of, maybe not me, I guess, in this scenario, but I feel like generally the second that emotions come into play and people start wanting to oh, I want to take this person to a play, or I want to take them out to a nice dinner, and it becomes way more emotional. And that that's when envy would start to seep in.
Yeah.
Because once another hookup becomes another relationship, I get jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a tricky part.
That's my dream. Yeah.
And some people don't get jealous at all.
Psychopaths.
Yeah. I mean, some people are cut out for it.
Have you ever been jealous?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, wait. You did just mention August 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
I get jealous for sure. I don't know how I feel about emotions. Like, even if they're like a negative context, like imagine holding that emotion or like feeling what that emotion means.
Yeah.
It's completely fine. And then I think it's also okay to like rest with that feeling and know that you'll move through it. So like, I'm okay being jealous. That doesn't mean that it's bad. Like,
okay.
Oh,
that's very evolved of you.
Well,
there's a guy that I started seeing. We've gone on like 3 dates, and he's done an open relationship before, but he was like the other guy.
Oh,
so he was the you've been in this situation before.
Oh, the fun third.
The fun third where you're like, this is going to be great. And then it might not be. But for him, it was great because it was a girl who's doing a study abroad and her boyfriend just was back in Sweden where she was from.
Oh,
very evolved place. And so he was able to like hook up with her for however long she lived here and then left.
Oh,
and I think because of the way he responded to this, I was like, this would be a guy that would be down for something open. So who knows? Maybe I'll join you guys in the open relationship club.
Something area code based.
Yeah.
That's got a precedent, you know.
Ooh, the area code rule. If they're in the same area code, we can't fuck. Different area code, okay.
I mean, that keeps it, keeps it separate, keeps it neat.
Yeah.
One of my favorite love affairs of my life was I met this Irish man from Dublin at a gay bar. And he was super into it. He was like red hair. He had a brogue. I was so handsome, and he was super into me, which I thought was hot. And he took me out. We had like the best time. The only thing was that like per the rules that he had with his husband back in Ireland, it's only hand stuff.
Perfect for you.
Well, almost perfect for me. Just this side of perfect for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Only hand stuff, and that's kind of tough because you want to move on a little bit from that. You know,
that's fair.
Yeah.
So wait, how long was he in town for?
He was in town for about a week. So we spent maybe 3 or 4 days together. We met on his first or second night. And so, yeah, we had a little whirlwind fling thing.
A hot leprechaun tease is what it sounds like.
Hot leprechaun tease. There we got the name.
That's how we got the name of the episode. Hot leprechaun tease.
Yeah, I mean, not to like belabor the point, but that is like that is up and down my freaking
hiding the pot of gold the whole time.
Yeah, the rainbow leads to my hopes. In one and out the other. You know what I mean?
You just imagine you naked laying down with like a cutout rainbow.
That honestly would be like such a fun music video. like stylized.
Yes.
What was your best open relationship hookup?
Oh, best? Oh, I don't know if okay, so
I can't choose.
They've all been so good.
Oh no, they've all been so reckless. Best one, I guess the one that comes to mind, I would say I like feeling connected when there's sex happening.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like feeling like I kind of like the person.
Yeah. So I like consistency. So I guess it would just be the one that lasted the longest.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I was the third, but I let him do things to me that his partner wouldn't let him do to them.
Oh, that's very symbiotic.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I was like a place filler for this one activity.
That's great. That is so great. Just a pinch hitter when it's time. It's like being a kicker.
You're like Nick Foles in the Super Bowl. Yeah. You're Nick Foles. Actually, you gotta look like him. Honestly.
Coming through clutch.
It sounds like I should be making more money.
Wait, but you said reckless. How did it end?
Oh,
give me the juice, the dirt, not the juice.
Okay, I mean, to the point. I'm not a bullshitter, so like once I start sensing bullshit or flakiness, I
Cut and run. You're
Yeah,
like,
I don't like
do
wasting
this.
my time.
Hell yeah. You know this.
No,
So
I think I hate wasting time. I really do.
I definitely I am more of a cut and runner as like a form of defense.
No.
I don't waste time, but I also don't give time either. Like that's a thing that I'm like trying to, which is okay. So it's another reason that I feel a little like open relationships might be a thing that I have I've been dismissing for a little too long. Because I will say I'm very dismissive of open relationships generally.
I mean, okay, so I'll edit my answer just because, okay, my favorite open relationship was, I wasn't really going to talk about him, but long distance.
Okay.
So it was distance was the main reason we were open. So like countries apart. Communication was super great. And it was open in a sense that like sexually, whatever we did, we just didn't really talk about it at all. Wow. And then we would see each other like twice a year. And then, yeah, it was really great. We're still friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
So it ended well.
It's pretty good.
My thing is I can't tell if like I'm inclined or prefer an open arrangement or relationship, or if it's just like the guilt that I experienced after cheating when I did cheat on my boyfriends in the last decade, and 2 decades ago. It's been a long time. I'm a better person now. But I did cheat. I did cheat when I was in relationships and I felt terrible.
When was your cheating decade? Or cheating years?
It was in my 20s.
Same.
In my 20s.
I felt, well, how did you get out of it? Were you ever a cheater? And did that lead to your open relationship life?
Oh, wow, Rachel.
Okay. Great question.
Thank you.
Have I ever cheated? It's hard for me to cheat because I'm super blunt. So I'm pretty straightforward.
Okay.
So if I want to sleep with someone else, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
I'm pretty sharp.
See, I'm not. I was a filthy cheater for like 6 from basically the time I started kissing people up until I was like 27. And then I remember I was just too disgusted with myself, and so I took myself to therapy for 2 years to like stop cheating on people. And that was my way out. But then also like the more like the older I get and the more like my opinions on relationships evolve, I'm a little more open to the idea of open relationships because I've seen it work and then I've seen it not work. And then when I've seen it not work, I'm like, oh, this is why these people have successfully done it. And this is why this didn't work for this couple or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think, do you think previous cheaters are good at open relations? Yeah. Can I give, how many hall passes can I give myself?
I think it's always
How many
a
ways?
mixed bag. It's
How many
always a
ways?
mixed bag.
I mean, I would like to think that I can offer somebody companionship and support and respect and love and tenderness and teamwork in the context of a relationship that is, exclusive in many ways.
Yeah.
As long as that there is that release valve of that, like that sexual fidelity is just not included in that. Because at this point, and maybe I could use some therapy, but like right now, like it just the idea of like hurting somebody in that way or betraying somebody in that way, it's so repellent to me, and I would rather just never do monogamy again than do it and then screw up again.
Oh,
I mean, I feel that also. I think when it comes to like leading a single life and dating, I don't want to hurt anyone. Like that's not part of my agenda, if you will, when I'm like dating or meeting someone on my knees. I don't want to hurt you.
Unless you want me to.
Yeah. So, I mean, being conscious of other people's feelings in dating, but also having the freedom, being single and having the freedom of having adventure or like, be like, I know I'm promiscuous because there's not that person who is making me not want to be like, there's not, like, you know what I'm a promiscuous person. And I think being a promiscuous person is fine in the context of dating also. Yeah. And I think open relationships work when the communication matches.
Yeah. It seems like it's like a much more like honest, like it's being aware of somebody else's feelings, but it's also being aware of your own needs and being like, I care about you. I want you to be happy. I want to be happy with you. This is part of me being happy. If this doesn't make you happy, then this might not work.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to be upset or hurt.
Otherwise, I would just be single. When I was with my partner of 3 years, because it kind of was sprung on me. I thought we were monogamous. And and I loved him. So when this came up for us to be open, it was really for me to also forgive him for something.
Going back to open relationships working when you make them work, would you say that now you would date somebody, would you start open or would you start monogamous and then open it up eventually?
I approach dating as it's automatically open. Like that's what dating is. Like, I'm assuming you're sleeping with other people. Like, not my business.
Right.
Also, what I'm doing with my time is my business. Once it becomes your business is when we're building connection. And then being mature enough to know, like, okay, if I'm spending more time with you than I was, then I'm obviously not seeing other people because I'm seeing you.
Right.
So I think that evolves.
Not yet. We got 10 more minutes. Hi, Monica. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it depends on I'm at a phase in like my dating life where I think about dating and I don't want to like force myself to settle for something that I don't want. But there is this part of me that wants to like, you know, have a family and try to make a baby. And so I feel like I would probably I mean, it's obviously when you're dating, you're not together, you're dating. So that would be that. And then once we got monogamous or once we got like into like, let's make a child town, I'd close down the factory so that we know who's in charge.
That is so honestly, like a lot of people I feel like do not think of that.
How do you not? What happens if you have a kid and all of a sudden it comes out and they're just like,
this detail is why we had so many seasons of Jerry Springer.
Yeah. I'll be in an open relationship with someone because like, I mean, so many marriages that I've heard of, like they've been, you know, monogamous for years and years and years. Then eventually they open it up because they're just like, I love you. We've been together for 20 years. If you know, want to have sex with somebody else, go for it. Who am I to hold you back? But like, once I'm in baby town, I'm gonna fuck one guy for a while.
But it can all be done. I mean, there's a couple in my hometown. They're business leaders. They're entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And they are swingers.
Nice.
And they just became grandparents last year.
Hell yeah.
So they went and made a whole baby, raised that baby had a baby, and they have, I don't know how long they've been swinging, but they are definitely, they're into life.
What is the difference between swinging, open relationship, and polyamory?
Swinging, I would say swinging is also organized.
Yeah.
But like camping is organized. Like
it's coordinated between the couples.
Yeah.
And it's just one event where everybody fucks.
It feels more event driven.
It's more event driven. It does seem.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a key party.
Yeah. We're not doing full wife swap for months at a time here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like we're coming together and going to separate rooms.
Coming together and then coming together.
But also swingers have, and this is fun because, so living in Philadelphia in Center City, I live across from a hotel. And sometimes swingers will rent a block. And so they'll have like a row of hotels. And I mean, hotels just in general, I love the fact that so much can happen in a hotel. It's sexual variety.
I just
if
even
you will.
hear the word hotel and get a little heated.
No, but they'll do a block of rooms and they'll switch couples.
They'll pop it up.
Yeah, they'll switch.
Pop in, pop
they'll
out.
swap out people.
Swap out, pop
Yeah.
out.
I love the menu element of all the things that we've been talking about. It's like we're walking up to like a whiteboard and we're like, all right, well, I do want to be long term.
Yeah.
I'd like a long term. I would like a not knowing. I would like the gift of not knowing.
Travel. Oh yeah, the travel one. Travel
for sure. Oh wait. So yeah, your dream open relationship breakdown.
I think it would be we can play separate because threesomes make me very nervous and anxious, and I can't divide my attention. It's just too much sensory stuff for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, not together, not threesomes, apart. No holds barred, whatever you do. But like, I do want to hear about it. I do want to hear every juicy little detail. And then I guess we can adopt or use a surrogate.
Nice. Okay. What's the dream menu? What's the dream entree?
So I'm looking for monogamy and kidding. No, my dream open.
I love you're like, absolutely not. No.
No, I would dream scenario would be play together. Not separate. Unless we were traveling.
Okay.
Unless we were like
right.
separated by distance.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would want to know.
And you would want to know. Yeah. I've already said my
I
breakdown.
do not want to find out from a stranger is my thing.
Ooh. Okay. That's fair. That's real. Oh God, that would freak. I would not like
I
that.
want to find out from you. So just tell me.
From your face.
Trust I can handle it.
I'm glad that we all made that clear because we're
dating now.
Thomas Cryer. Where can we find you on
triad.
the internet?
Where you can find me on the internet, Instagram, or Hinge.
So you're on Instagram at
I just recently changed it.
Ooh.
So it's at TPC or at TP Cryer. At TP Cryer.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
He's a TP.
No, I just started going by Cryer. So
Yeah.
Thomas Cryer. So you can find me on Instagram at TP Cryer.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we're dating. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for going to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
I never know how to end this.
You know what is an amazing idea, Rachel?
What's an amazing idea?
Liking and subscribing
Oh my God, you're very, very right.
to us.
To us at we.r.datingpod on Instagram, and you can find us under that on YouTube as well.
That's right. That's we.r.datingpod, and that's the letter R.
Yeah, that was my bad.
You'll figure it out.
Hey, how you doing? This is Neil Wood, one of the co-owners of Drop 10 Media Network and who helps run Biggest Little Comedy. You can check out all the other stuff we do at drop10.com. We've got podcasts, live comedy shows, and so much more. Go over there, support your favorite podcasts, follow them, subscribe. We appreciate it, and we're 100% DIY. Just a bunch of creatives trying to make it in this, and give us some feedback. We always enjoy a little feedback. Thanks.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.